What's up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything adventure radio. Today, we're doing episode number 3, Pota, Beginner to Expert, and we're doing beginner hunting tips, so stay tuned. Alright, so you're a beginner hunter and you want to learn all about this Parks on the Air thing, which is a really amazing thing to do. You're in the right place. So, number one, first thing you should do is get yourself acquainted with the Parks on the Air webpage. Make sure and read all of the rules and all the guidelines, and make sure and find out where you can find everything. Like, say, the awards. You may want to look up what all different awards you can get and stuff like that. Because I know when I first started activating, I was like, man, I just did that park. Now I'll never do it again because nobody will want to hunt it. They already hunted it. But that's not the case, because there's awards for hunting parks multiple times and activating them multiple times and stuff like that. So you want to get acquainted with the awards and what they're all about, and the whole web page is great. You'll also find the help desk on there in case you have any issues or anything like that. Or for most help items, you can check this whole series out. Tip number 2, where do you find the people that you're going to hunt? Well, back to getting acquainted with that web page, on the Pota app, you will find spotting page, and you will find all the hunters that are out there doing parks, and by frequency, by band, any way you want to search it. But go to the spotting page and learn how to use that. And really, mostly importantly, after you hunt that activator, make sure and respot him, because if he happens to lose his log, he'll go back and look and see who respotted him to try to get some of those people back. You may also want to use the Pota extension. I'll drop a link here in the description for a live stream that we did on the Pota extension. But basically, it will control your radio, and you can go straight to the Pota stations by just clicking on them and automatically log them and everything like that. So it's really important. And speaking of logging, you should always log the activators that you hunt, because you may not want record of it, but chances are the activator may want record of it. But all you have to do is log them in your logging software, QRZ or something. You don't have to turn in a log to Pota. The activator takes care of that for you. All right, tip number 3. This is the one where I'm going to push a little bit of buttons. Pota good behavior and bad behavior. So when you're out activating, things you want to avoid: repeatedly calling your call sign. You don't want to say Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November. Say your call sign and give the operator time to hear it and hear the other people. They might be louder than you, but he may hear you first. Just say your call sign once. He'll ask you to repeat it if he needs to. You don't want to call over other people while they're giving their reports to the activator trying to get in as well. Listen to who the activator is calling and let him talk to that person. You don't want to talk over the activator or the other hunter that he's hunting at the time, because he called that person for a reason, and that's who he needs to talk to. Wait until he's done with that QSO before you throw your call back out. Don't tune up on the frequency. You want to tune up somewhere else other than the frequency. You're interfering with the activator while he's activating, so that's another bad habit. If you're hunting parks on the air, you should probably be looking at the spotting page, and you should already know the activator's call sign and what park he's in. A lot of activators are trying to finish their activations in a timely manner, and when you set through their pileup and then ask them, can you repeat your call sign? What park are you in? It slows them down. So make sure and you already know what park they're in and the activator. That way everything can be smoothly. Make sure and rehunt activators if you want to get in their log easier. The more repetition you hunt with an activator, the more they get to know your voice and how you act, and they can pick you up easily in the pileups. All right, and the number 1 tip for today for beginner hunter, it goes right back to episode 1. Use your ears. Listen, listen, listen. You can hear how an activator is running their pileup and learn when to call. That way it doesn't take you as long to call. If you listen, is he taking the calls from the beginning? Is he taking them from the end? Is he taking them from the middle? How is the activator calling the people back? Listen. Let him go 3 or 4 rounds at least and see how he's calling. Listen, listen, listen. If you find benefits in this series, maybe you should check out the Patreon. Patreon is a place where I help a lot of people out at, and they have a lot of cool benefits. So maybe you should check it out, and you can check it out for free. There is a link in the description, and you can try it for 7 days for free. If you like this video from Ham Radio Adventure Guy, click up here in the corner and watch another one. And while you're at it, click down here in the corner and subscribe. Make sure and follow us on all social media sites. And as always, thanks for sharing my adventure with me.